The Book of Job, Chapter 3, Job's Soliloquy. In studying this section, 1. To consider Job's soliloquy, which starts the great controversy between Job and his friends. 2. To appreciate the depth of Job's complaint, why he wished that he had never been born. 3. To note the question he raised as he sought to understand the problem of suffering. Having sat in silence for 7 days in the presence of his friends who had come to comfort him, Job finally speaks. Job 3:1 and 2. After this, Job opened his mouth and cursed the day of his birth. Job answered. In the form of a soliloquy, he begins cursing the day of his birth and the night of his conception for failing to prevent his sorrow. Job 3:3 through 10. Let the day perish in which I was born, and the night which said, There is a man-child conceived. Let that day be darkness. Don't let God from above seek for it, neither let the light shine on it. Let darkness and the shadow of death claim it for their own. Let a cloud dwell on it. Let all that makes the black day terrify it. As for that night, let thick darkness seize on it. Let it not rejoice among the days of the year. Let it not come into the number of the months. Behold, let that night be barren. Let no joy voice come therein. Let them curse it who curse the day, who are ready to rouse up the Leviathan. Let the stars of the twilight of it be dark. Let it look for light, but have none. Neither let it see the eyelids of the morning, because it didn't shut up the doors of my mother's womb, nor did it hide trouble from my eyes. He then bemoans why he did not die at birth, or even be a stillborn, for then at least he would be at rest, just like those who were great in their lifetime, or like those who had been oppressed. Job 3:11 through 19. Why didn't I die from the womb? Why didn't I give up the spirit when my mother bore me? Why did the knees receive me? Or why the breast that I should suck? For now I should have lain down and been quiet. I should have slept, then I would have been at rest, with kings and counselors of the earth who built up waste places for themselves. Or with princes who had gold, who filled their houses with silver, or as a hidden untimely birth I had not been, as infants who never saw light. There the weary are at rest, there the prisoners are at ease together. They don't hear the voice of the taskmaster. The small and the great are there. The servant is free from his master. Job also wonders why the suffering who long for death are allowed to linger. Job 3:20 through 22. Why is light given to him who is in misery, life to the bitter in soul, who long for death, but it doesn't come, dig for it more than for hidden treasure, who rejoice exceedingly, are glad when they can find the grave. He concludes by stating that what he most greatly feared has now come upon him, trouble, from which there seems to be no rest. Job 3:23 through 26. Why is light given to a man whose way is hid, whom God has hedged in? For my sighing comes before I eat, my groanings are poured out like water. For the thing which I fear comes on me, that which I am afraid of comes to me. I am not at ease, neither am I quiet, neither have I rest, but trouble comes. This ends our study of the book of Job, chapter 3, Job's soliloquy.